Hello and welcome to the CWR channel, and welcome to the Mazda MX5 Cup sponsored by RaceRoom. We're in the novice category stage, and it should be an absolute cracker of a race here today. Our own Chris Whiteman is involved. He starts 7th on the grid. That's the news I bring you today, but I'll give you the full grid in a second. Just a quick weather check here in Watkins Glen, which has held many a United States Grand Prix over the years. The race is very dry. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's absolutely wonderful. So the full list then for the grid. Adrian Cortese is in first position. He's on pole position. Then Carinci is in second place. Sergio Perez third. Antonio Almeida is in fourth position. Nick Jerkins is 5. Jeremy Hamilton is 6. Then comes Chris Whiteman in 7th place. As I said at the top, Isaac Baruka, then Mal Majuri 8th and 9th. Adele, Sranipak, Stanek, Alcete, Belli, Basel and Alan Rivero complete the grid here this afternoon. So 16 drivers starting. It's a 7-lap race in the total drive, and we're all set to go here at Watkins Glen. 5 red lights, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're off. And Adrian Cortese gets a very good start. Agustin Carinci's come through into second place. Sergio Perez trying hard to keep third, with Almeida right up his bumper in 4th position. And as they go into the first corner, Cortese runs wide and lets Carinci in. And Cortese has been tagged there. Has been tagged by Sergio Perez and is careered off the track into the back of other MX5s that are going straight through. But that was the first big smash, and then we have another smash into this barrier there from one of the back markers. It may have been Basel, I'm not quite sure, but anyway, Carinci's in the lead as they go into the first corner. Cortese, the main driver at the start. As we look at some of the midfield, Chris Whiteman is moving up in towards 3rd position, up to 4th, we believe, and now possibly up to 3rd. I think he's up to 3rd. There's another crash there towards the back. Another crash there towards the back. Nick Jerkins was involved in that one. Meanwhile, down. Oh, and another. There's smashes all over the place in this first lap. It's, well, if you want your all-action motor racing, forget Formula 1. I think the MX5 Cup's the place to be. Anyway, back up at the top of the grid. There's Chris Whiteman in 3rd position in the 89 car. Almeida's in 2nd place, and that's who he's chasing right now. We're in car with Chris, chasing him now. CW to give him his full nickname, CW, of course. He's trying to take Almeida. He's trying to shut the door every time. He's trying to go down the inside. We don't have any DRS, thankfully, in this form of motor racing. As we see Carinci, the leader, who's about 2 or 3 seconds, about 2 seconds ahead of 2nd place. Almeida, but Chris Whiteman is about a millisecond from his bumper. That's literally the gap. Literally the gap. And look at that, it's right up Almeida's bumper there. That was something spectacular as they go over the start-finish line for the first time. So we're into lap number 2 now. Number 7 laps. Not a rain cloud in the sky. It's dry. Remember, all drivers are in the novice category as Almeida runs through wide, and it allows Chris Whiteman to take 2nd position. So the top 3 is as follows. Agustin Carinci is the leader. Then Chris Whiteman is in 2nd position. And then we've got Antonio Almeida, who ran wide just a few moments ago, in 3rd place. The rest of them are totally probably going to fight it out for the minor places at the moment towards the back, as these guys have got a number of 2 or 3 seconds on the rest of them, who are just taking the chicane as they exit the chicane. And it's Carinci just from Chris Whiteman as we are in car with the 3rd place man. Then it's Antonio Almeida starting 4th from the grid. Whiteman and Carinci having that battle in front for the lead, and Whiteman is right up Carinci's bumper here. And don't write out Almeida now, who are still in car with. The top three separated by something of the region of 1.5 seconds. That's the gap between the top three cars in this MX5 race, novice race. And Carinci now holding on for dear life, but Chris Whiteman is on a charge. He's got the hammer down. I don't think there's any question about that. As they come round the next corner. Right-hander, Whiteman just skidding a little bit on the brakes. Carinci now trying to, but Whiteman's got the inside line, and Whiteman takes the lead from Carinci in second position. And that's the race order now. The race order, the top three at least. Whiteman leads, Carinci second. And Almeida was still travelling in car with in third position. That's the top three, and look, and now Carinci is he going to be taken there by Almeida? No, Almeida thought about it as they come through the start-finish straight for the second time as they begin lap number 3 now. And as you can see, the top three with the 4th place car. It's all about guesses, to be quite honest. It's a bit of guess-making, Bob. I'm going to say Stannick's in 4th place. As we see some of the back markers here, and we've got one car off the track there, but he's back on again. I think it was Baruka, I'm not quite sure. So there's a battle in midfield towards the back there, and well, Jerkins is there. This is Matsui. He's in 9th position. Akasetti and Jerkins is in front of him as he tries to take Nick Jerkins here. It's very competitive, and he takes Jerkins and he goes into 8th position now. Akaseki has gone off the track. He's gone wide, and that allows Jerkins to go through along with the car that we've just been on board with as well. Well, this is why they call it a novice race. They're still trying to learn the tracks and stuff. It is very hard, and you have to give them that respect in that sort of thing. As we're back on with Alberto Assetti, started 13th on the grid. Looking to take Nick Jerkins again, and he takes him magnificently well. Mazzasui is now in front of him as that's the view from the back bumper towards Nick Jerkins, who's trying to take him back. And some good racing. Just to remind you that Chris Whiteman up the front still leads. But we're concentrating with this little battle here, this 3-car battle. Mazzui, Jerkins, and the silver Mazda sandwiched in between. It's absolutely superb, and now, and the racing has been absolutely phenomenal. Some great overtaking there in the last couple of corners there. I can tell you that Whiteman still leads the race. He's leading Carinci in second place, and now into lap number 4 now. There's the battle at the front as we rejoin it with Chris Whiteman, number 89 now, pulling away from Augustine Carinci in second position. Almeida, I think, is still third, but is a long way back in third place. Whiteman now really getting the hammer down and trying to pull away from Carinci here as they take the chicane again. Round they go. And Chris Whiteman, 7th on the grid. Had a bit of luck, obviously, with the pole position quad C. Having been knocked off there. Here we are. We're in car with Chris Whiteman, CW. In the lead, started 7th on the grid, and he might be able to, as you can see in the distance, there's a back marker. He's already on the back markers already. We're halfway through this race now at Watkins Glen. Chris Whiteman has got the hammer down so much, he's now looking at lapping back markers. Just really got the hammer down, and look at the way he takes these corners. Nice, simple. Has to fight the steering wheel somewhat, but fighting well he does. There they go, the top two. Whiteman leading. Carinci in second place. There's the top two. As things stand, at the moment. He's just got to keep going and keep going in the lead in order to win this race. There's another 2-3 laps to go of this. So take the start-finish straight. There's the back marker in the distance, I've just noticed. Both of them are coming up towards it. They've both got the hammer down. 3 laps to catch some back markers. And you wouldn't put it past these two. They're dominating proceedings, first and second. Here they come now up the hill to the left-hander. Must be going something around in excess of 100 miles an hour. Chris Whiteman has really got the hammer down. We're in car with Garinci in second place. In fact, we're riding on him, with him, not in car with him. Just the gap from his front tyre to Chris Whiteman's car. Probably about a 2, maybe 3 second gap between the two cars. They're pulling away from everybody else at the moment. Now we're in car with him. Hard to battle with the steering wheel. Going up towards some back markers there, as you can see in the distance, if you're eagle-eyed enough and watching this at home. There's Chris Whiteman. I reckon a couple of seconds ahead of him there down the road. They go up the hill now. Accelerating towards 150 miles an hour here. Nice fast dry circuit here at Watkins Glen. Chris Whiteman, he's not easing up at all. He's really going at it, putting the hammer down at every conceivable opportunity. It's all about making sure that you win the race and get the full maximum points, of course. Of the field, struggling to keep on pace with these two, I tell you. You've got to give the other drivers a bit of respect, because it is a Novice race, so they have to learn the track, every one of them. So I admire every one of them who's taking part as we now go into the penultimate lap of this race. This is lap 6 of 7. So 2 more laps to go, just less than that. This is a replay of the start. Now we're in car with Adrian Gotesi. He was the pole sitter. Now I'm certain he was clipped. Now he goes a bit wayward on the first corner here. Watch this. Goes a bit wayward, and I think he hits the grass as he comes into the first corner here. Indeed he does, and then he's gone way across, and then he's tagged. And in a moment or two, yes, there he is, spins into the barrier, nearly takes 1 or 2 of the cars out with him, and somehow manages to keep going. Whiteman at that point had got up to 4th position, and he'd gone behind Hamilton and 1 or 2 others. He'd lost something in the region of about 9 places. This is Matsui's view at the start. He goes past a couple there. Then Baruka's in front of him. Chris Whiteman's there too, who's leading the race. He goes into the corner and he's taken out. And he manages to keep the car on the track for a little while longer. These are some of the crashes that we're trying to keep up to speed with. There was another crash in front. And then I think he was the one that hit the bumper. I'm not sure, but anyway, there was another car there that hit the bumper. And wow, it was a real crowd scene. And then he went to try and take Stanek as well. So we're back live with the action. This is Mert Basel. He started second to last. He's now moved his way up to 7th place, and all credit to him. But the race leader is right on his jacksie, I'm afraid. There is Chris Whiteman. There is the race leader. They're lapping now quite conclusively here. And yeah, Whiteman is gaining on him all the time. Look at the gap now. It looked a little dot when we first went on board with him. It's not a little dot anymore. That's coming up to try and lap him now. It's not any old dot. It's Chris Whiteman's car. A as they come up now to complete the penultimate lap, as they hit the start-finish straight here at Watkins Glen for the penultimate time. And, well, when I say penultimate time, I mean the two leaders. Here they come now, the last lap of the race. Certainly for Chris Whiteman and for Augustine Carinci. And there we look at Basil's car. 7th position from 15th on the grid. It's been a tough old day. Chris Whiteman showing his quality. Even as a novice, he's showing why he's top quality. And I think he could go further up in class than the novice. I think if he get a few more races under his belt, Chris, and maybe Carinci as well to a certain extent, I think these two could certainly make the step up in class from novice. I'll tell you what, Chris Whiteman has made Watkins Glen look so easy. From 7th on the grid, he had a bit of luck, of course, with cars crashing and stuff, but sometimes in motor racing, you do need that little bit of luck, as he now, well, he'll look to take Basil in front, Basil in front of him, but I think if he takes him, it will be a Brucey bonus for him. It's all about that race win. Oh, he might take him, he's took him. He's lapped him. Chris Whiteman has lapped Basil and now, obviously, with Carinci behind, he's now got to lap him, and Basil might just hold him up, which gives Chris Whiteman the chance to pull away and keep going and just see about the victory. But the way he's been cornering today, Chris Whiteman has been superb. We're on board with him now. That's the back wheel. Look at the gap he's pulling away from Basil now. The man is just lapped. Unbelievable, unbelievable. He's just been brilliant from 7th on the grid. He's just been absolutely unstoppable. As they go over the start-finish straight, Basil's trying to lap back, and Chris Whiteman has won the MX5 novice category race. Second place was Augustine Carinci, but by only about a second or two. Wasn't much in it to be fair at the end, as we see the other cars coming over the line. Third place was Daniel Beswanik, who started 11th on the grid, and Assetti finished in 4th place in the end. And here comes car number 5, on the 5th place car. There must have been some retirements that we didn't see along the way. Mazui has gone out as well. 6th place was Nick Jerkins, and he put it, well, his place decreased from where he started on the grid. Basil obviously started his lap almost a lap down. So let's have a look at the final placings. Chris Whiteman won the race, finished in first, and then Carinci finished in 2nd place and finished exactly where he started. Daniel Bertramak has finished 3rd place, a distant 3rd, with Assetti in 4th. So, and Mazui in 5th place. Jerkins finished in the top 6. Good result for him. But the pole sitter, I would say he was out of the race. He finished 14th in the end. Alex Belli finished stone dead last of all. So they were lapping quite well, these two at the front, Whiteman and Carinci. Absolutely brilliant race. And Chris Whiteman, our very own Chris Whiteman, the Brit, has done it again. Fantastic performance by him. A real race winner, and superbly done, I thought, on the day. So, with the news that Chris Whiteman has won this MX5 Cup, this is me, John Stoddard. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you for another race very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.